Architecture. This is where my story begins, ends, and continues. Everything in architecture is related to a space, a sense of place in the landscape, a conscious decision and drawing from life before unconsciously. The relationship of spaces and emotions begins. This unconscious experience of life lends to memories of the early days spent as an only child born in the mid-70s to a 16-year-old mother and a 22-year-old father. The era of platforms and bell-bottoms with James Brown, This Is a Man's World, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, and Diana Ross, This Is My House and I Live Here, melodies in the background. The foreground, the struggle to maintain a family within so many emotional and physical boundaries. An individual wanting to make a difference. The difference for me to learn from the past. Family life filled with a pattern of spaces, positive and negative ones. Spaces left empty and influenced by emotions. Strong women nurturing and filling the emotions of being deprived by men. Spaces left empty of not so long, not so lost memories of unhappiness and sadness of a cheated childhood. All these traumatic memories of family life are passed on as a matter of fact, a way of life. This family life perpetuates itself from one generation to the next. The primary years of my education spent at a Roman Catholic school as a little girl growing up to escape my Mitchell's Plain home at dawn and to eagerly attend school in Athlone in the mix of the 80s riots, returning from school in between Caspers, dodging bullets in a bus journey at dusk. A prominent part of setting the scene of built-up anger and resentment. Marching onward to a convent high school and complexity of being different. Learning to own to be different through self-discovery. In the foreground, reflecting on being an independent woman with a need to fill the spaces, and in the background, always fighting the good fight. Spaces once again, always the context, my surroundings, a major contributing aspect to my response to life at the time. My matric year, freedom and independence, my wildlife excursions and a trip to Namibia. A discovery of another place and others on my own proved to open up another space within my inner self. Realizing that the emotive of being me was crucial in my confidence in life. I am an independent woman, the only female graduate of BTech of Architectural Technology of the year 2000. The context of my final year leads to the discovery of the physical place, space, where conscious meets the unconscious. The approach to design as a relationship between elements and people. I am an individual designer wanting to fill spaces left empty in a different way. As a designer, realizing my aspirations and expectations has always been linked to spaces, moments in time. Spaces for people centered on sensory experiences. The foreground merges with the background, the conscious with the unconscious. Life with architecture.